Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family, because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling.
For months, her absence was treated as an answer in itself. When the spotlight was at its brightest, she stepped away, and many quietly assumed that meant the story was already over. In an industry that moves at an unforgiving pace, silence is rarely interpreted as rest. It is read as retreat. It is taken as a sign that someone has fallen behind, lost their place, or no longer matters. And yet, when the lights came up at Tencent Video All-Star Night 2025, reality delivered a moment no one had fully prepared for. Her name was called, not as a supporting presence, not as a nostalgic mention, but as one of the most powerful figures of the night. That single moment rewrote months of speculation. How does someone who disappeared from public view return to claim the highest recognition? How does silence turn into influence? And why did this victory feel less like a surprise and more like a quiet inevitability? Tonight, we are not just talking about an award. We are uncovering the deeper reason why Zhao Lusi's win resonated so strongly, and why this night became a turning point not only for her career, but for how success is measured in modern entertainment. For a long time, Zhao Lusi was everywhere. Her projects circulated widely, her presence felt constant, almost inseparable from the rhythm of the industry itself. Then gradually, the noise faded. There were no dramatic announcements, no carefully staged explanations, no visible countdown to a comeback, just absence. In an environment built on constant visibility, that absence became unsettling. Fans worried. Commentators speculated. Observers quietly moved on to the next rising name. Because history had taught everyone the same lesson. Once an actress steps away for too long, the industry rarely waits for her return. But what most people did not see was that this pause was not strategic theater. It was necessary. Away from the camera, Zhao Lusi was facing physical exhaustion and emotional strain that could not be solved by determination alone. Recovery in reality does not follow a schedule. It does not align with production cycles or publicity calendars. It is uncertain, often invisible, and deeply personal. During this period, there was no grand narrative of resilience being sold to the public. There were no motivational slogans. There was only the slow, quiet work of holding oneself together. This is where the story begins to shift. Instead of disappearing emotionally, Zhao Lusi remained present in subtle, human ways. A brief acknowledgement here, a quiet message there. Nothing designed to dominate attention, yet enough to remind people that she had not vanished as a person. That distinction mattered. Over time, something unexpected happened. Her influence did not shrink. It changed shape. Conversations around her moved away from performance metrics and towards concern, respect, and patience. People were no longer asking what she would release next. They were asking whether she was truly okay. In an industry obsessed with speed, this kind of pause is often framed as weakness. But All-Star Night 2025 revealed a different truth. When Zhao Lusi's name echoed through the venue, the reaction was not loud shock, but a moment of collective stillness. It was the recognition that influence is not always built through constant exposure. Sometimes it grows in absence. Sometimes being missed carries more weight than being seen everywhere at once. Of course, questions followed immediately. Was this recognition shaped by platform power? Did visibility granted by Tencent Video play a role? These are valid discussions in an era where platforms hold enormous influence over who appears, when, and how often. Yet visibility alone cannot manufacture devotion. The industry is filled with artists who appear endlessly without leaving a lasting emotional trace. Zhao Lusi's recognition was not tied to a single project or a short-term surge. It reflected something deeper, emotional gravity. During her time away, fans did not simply wait. They protected. They defended her silence rather than demanding explanations. They spoke about her not as a character on screen, but as a person navigating something difficult. That shift is crucial. It transformed her relationship with the audience from admiration to connection. When she returned, she did not need to announce her strength. It was already understood. Another layer of this story quietly added depth rather than distraction. During her recovery, support appeared not through grand gestures, but through consistency, steady encouragement given without pressure, without urgency, and without the need to be seen. This kind of presence does not redefine someone's journey, it respects it. And for audiences, that restraint spoke volumes. It reminded people that strength is rarely loud, and support does not need a spotlight to be real. By the time Zhao Lusi stood on that stage, the confidence in her voice carried a different quality. It was not the sharp confidence of someone proving a point. It was the calm assurance of someone who had been allowed the space to heal without being erased. That calm resonated. It made her victory feel grounded rather than performative. What made this moment truly powerful was what it represented beyond one individual. In a culture that rewards relentless output, her recognition challenged a dangerous assumption that rest equals irrelevance. This award quietly pushed back against that idea. It suggested that survival itself can be meaningful, and that stepping away does not cancel one's worth. Zhao Lusi did not return to reclaim an old position. She returned changed, carrying a deeper understanding of herself and her place within the industry. As the industry continues to move quickly, expectations will inevitably rise again. New projects will come, new faces will emerge. The cycle will not slow down, but Zhao Lusi now stands differently within it, not simply as a successful actress, but as a reminder that vulnerability and strength are not opposites, that patience can outlast noise, and that sometimes the bravest choice an artist can make is to disappear long enough to survive. Her story does not conclude with this award. It expands. For those watching from the outside, especially those navigating their own periods of exhaustion or uncertainty, this moment carries a quiet message. You are not failing because you pause. You are not forgotten because you step back. And when you return, you do not need to prove your worth again. If this story resonated with you, and if you appreciate thoughtful, real-life perspectives on moments that shape the entertainment world, we invite you to stay connected with Update X24H. Your support allows us to continue bringing you stories that go beyond headlines and focus on the human side of success. Thank you for spending your time with us today. Don't forget to subscribe, stay curious, and join us again as we uncover the stories that matter, one moment at a time.